Hi guys, it's Barry here at DRS Gabes, and continuing on with one of the most common questions that we do get is about, what's it like for expats relocating here and the adjustments, the trials, tribulations, lifestyle. I couldn't think of anyone better than Denise, and Denise has been here for roughly a decade.
Oh, longer than that. Probably 18 years ago was the first time that I came to the Dominican Republic.
And we're going to let Denise tell her story about, out of all the places that her and her husband looked for, how they ended up settling here and what life's been like, over the last decade plus. So here you go, Denise. What exactly brought you to the country?
I came to the country. I'm one of Jehovah's Witnesses, so I came as a missionary assignment. And so I've been all over the Dominican Republic. And I came here single, so I was only, well, I don't want to, but I came here in my mid-20s and was able to live with some friends and was really impressed and surprised at how comfortable we felt as far as being young and being in a foreign country.
How has it been in terms of, there's obviously adjustment periods comparing to Western cultures, and as a woman both, and as a woman that came formerly from, I believe it was California, how has the adjustment been to you? Many people I run into, and I know you don't mind emails from people that want to ask you questions,
Of
which we
course.
thank you for. But how has it been for your adjustment comparing to a Western lifestyle, a previous Western lifestyle?
Well, 18 years ago, there were a lot of things that probably you couldn't get here on the island. But now, anything that you want, you can have here. But the thing that you get in abundance is the generosity, the warmth, the relaxed atmosphere, in the Dominican Republic that, of course, I didn't find in California.
How's in terms of the quality of products, groceries, natural foods? How is it if a person's a little bit on the health side, health conscious side about their diet? How do you find access to all of these things in this region?
Well, especially in our area here in Cabrera, there's organic fruits and vegetables. Everything is basically grown in the area. You'll see a lot of different trucks that have all of the local produce, whatever you want, you can get here. And so that's what's great about in our area being so sustainable as far as fruits and vegetables and poultry and
what is your family
meat.
doing though for because the other side of the coin is too, a lot of people like the convenience of the large bulk supermarkets, superstores, Costco's, things, which are available, by the way, in the DR. How does your family handle that?
We usually take a trip maybe every 2 weeks down to Santo Domingo, Santiago, Puerto Plata, where you're able to get bulk foods. You're able to get a lot of different imported foods that maybe you're missing, in our local community. So we're able to, basically have the best of both worlds. We have all of the organic and natural foods here, but then we're also able to go and do our big shopping and, for technology, for whatever things that we feel like we're missing. We don't have to go back to the States to get those things. Those things are available here.
What advice would you give couples, single or couples, it's irrelevant, that are considering a relocation to the Caribbean or a country like Dominican Republic or others such as Ecuador, Chile? What advice would you give them?
I think it's really important to do as much research as you can do to prepare yourself as far as understanding that it will be different. As far as the climate, as far as some different issues maybe with electricity. You do have to be somewhat flexible, but that if you are patient and just allow yourself to enjoy the experience, then I mean, you can have such a higher quality of life here specifically. And, probably there's other areas too that would probably also provide that.
When you were traveling, and I guess before you were married, when you were traveling and looking, did you explore other countries before coming here first?
Yeah. Well, I lived in Canada. I'm from California. I lived in Canada. I lived in Brooklyn, which is like another country. I lived in I went to the Virgin Islands. I've been to Europe. So I did a lot of traveling before coming to the Dominican Republic. And also I went and I outreached to different parts of the world looking to see where I would go for my missionary service. And the letter that I received back from this country, giving so much information, so helpful, really helped me to make that decision. And now I realize that that's just the general feeling and attitude of the Dominicans.
One of the things that we're very pleased that you constantly hear us talking about the DRescapes team. And in the past, as I've known Denise, it's a small town. Denise was rather curious about all these people that we started to tour around, and kind of approached us about like, hey guys, what's this all about? I see you with all these different people and going all around the North Coast, and what's this all about? So we explained briefly what it was about and everything, and Denise wanted to also help people. So Denise, maybe you can tell us a little bit about how your willingness to help people got you to join our team, which we're thankful. By the way, we're thankful because Denise will be taking you folks on tour as well, and a wealth of knowledge. I can't overemphasize what a wealth of knowledge. Tell us how all this got started.
Well, it's interesting because there's a lot of different people who have come specifically to our area for different reasons. It's not an extremely touristy area. So, everyone has their specific reasonings for coming here. And so, of course, it's beautiful. And that was one of the reasons why that we came. But then also talking to Barry and others on our team, there's so much more to our specific area as far as sustainability, as far as being able to have, grow your own vegetables, to have, safety and friends of the local people. So it's not, a lot of animosity, which you do find in a lot of different areas. So we are all very encouraged to share that with other people so that they can see this beautiful area that we found, and we want to share it with others.
We all know, we've always told it like it is at DRescapes, and many people appreciate that truth. And we don't, I use the word sugarcoat anything, and there is crime in every part of the world. I don't care where you live. How do you view it? And are you, from a woman's point of view, afraid to be in Cabrera or the surrounding area?
No, and just as you mentioned, there is crime everywhere. So, when things happen, hopefully it can be an opportunity for the community to come together and to maintain security. Specifically, I am working with various groups just to kind of maintain, awareness about security issues, because wherever you are in the world, is that if you don't think about those things, then it can become a problem. But the thing that's been wonderful here is that there is so much support, and generally the Dominican people are so warm, generous, and honest, and so it makes it easy to kind of work on those issues.
Do you feel a sense of fear though, or anything?
No, not at all. Not at all. No. You know, I mean, just with everyone. I mean, wherever you go, I mean, you do have to, think about your personal security. But I've been, as I said, coming here since I was 18, and I've had the opportunity to go to a lot of other places. And I choose to be here, and specifically here in Cabrera, because of the safety and the security.
Denise, what other advice could you give people, perhaps to help them change their lifestyle instead of merely changing their location by bringing the same baggage here that didn't work in the culture that they were living in? And what can they do to avoid just bringing that here, because it's destined to fail as well? Getting out of their comfort zone, or
Right.
please.
You know what? I think what I've learned here is to be patient. The Dominican culture and is like the Caribbean culture. I mean, they are laid back. If you come expecting it to be, like Manhattan, then it's going to be, frustrating for you. So I think that if you come with the attitude that you want to have a peaceful life without a lot of intrusion, and you want to help the community and be a part of the community, then you're going to prosper, and you're going to be able to have a nice, healthy life here.
Again, with your time being on the island, how do you view the word intrusion? Now, a guy like me is going to pick up on that word right away. How do you look at government intrusion here as compared to what you see happening in various other nations?
Well, I'm from California again. So, as far as regulation, fees, taxes, just the complete weight of the intrusion and the expectation of following all these different codes, and it's non, I wouldn't say it's completely non-existent, but in comparison to California, it's non-existent. So yeah, it's night and day. It's night and day. In fact, probably here, still working on things in California. That's when I'm on the phone. That's when I'm trying to make sure that everything is still in order, because of the roots I still have in California, and trying to kind of, take all of those away. It takes some time.
What inspired you to want to join DRescapes?
I think it's important to educate people that there is a place, or there are places, or to think of, going to an area that is relaxed, and is healthier, and does not have all of the same issues and problems, and that it's an option. I mean, for people who want to. And so I know that people that I've talked to who have come into or have found DRescapes are very appreciative for being able to have all of that information congregated in one's area, so that they're able to be educated and to come and visit, take a tour and to see. I mean, it may not be for everyone, but at least you're looking at, something that can be an option for your family.
So you would advise people to gain the experience of the tour before you can make an informed decision?
Of course, yes. And we give the personal tours, we give the group tours. I mean, it can be, specific to what you're looking for, what you're interested in. Is it medical? Is it children? Whatever it is, it's very individualized, to make sure that you're able to get the information you need to make an informed decision.
Denise will be conducting tours. I'll be conducting tours. We're going to be doing interviews with other DRescapes members of the team that are, our view, let's put it this way, our view is when you come here, that's the start of a relationship. That's not the end of a relationship. So we're going to be interviewing other people that will help you with, you have an instant family should you choose to accept it. As with all strong families, what you're good at the table is what you bring to the table. What we're good at the table is what we bring to the table. And that's what once made Western nations a great place to live, but it's also the very same thing that's tearing them apart. Denise, is there any last words you can give to anybody thinking about a move like this to a different country? And it doesn't have to be the DR. We've never said.
Right. No, I think it's just exploring, educating yourself, and making plans on a yearly basis. People make plans to go on vacations and basically spend their money and then go back and have gained really nothing, no information that's going to help their family. Take this kind of a trip to come and really see another part of the world, and to see if it's something that maybe would be for your family in the
Do
future.
you find a lot of the internet information about other countries is very inaccurate, or do you find it accurate? Or?
About other countries?
Or here as well, like in terms of people that come to all-inclusives and what have you.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is not. In fact, I just had a tour, and they had come before to Punta Cana and stayed in all-inclusive. And so the comparison of the tour that I gave them, where they were able to see all over and to try different foods and to meet different people, I mean, it was completely different. And they felt like, wow, we really learned something and we were enriched, as opposed to just spending time. And so this is not an all-inclusive, vacation that you can get in absolutely any part of the world. This is something different that should enrich and educate your family.
Denise, thanks a lot for taking the time. And from Denise and Barry and DRescapes, we look forward to seeing you soon, and change your location and change your life. Have a great day.